I want the plane to give me and my family freedom so I can enjoy more time with my kids while they're little. So I can show my kids the world, not just another good school. Okay, I would rather my kids have the education of being with me every day. That's financial freedom. The ability to be able to move wherever I want, when I want. Financial freedom. Then me and my wife can go where we want, when we want, and stay as long as we want. That's financial freedom. That I can get rid of somebody in my office or not take a client that I don't want. That is financial freedom, right? That is rich.
Yeah.
That is wealthy. And that's
Coming
when
in
you
here with
got a
some
lot of
Grant
money.
Cardone on him.
Hard to talk about a lot of money when you're broke.
Hey, when you want to level
Nobody
up,
wants to do.
you got to
Okay, so
listen to
where
the
are we
big
going to start?
dogs.
Where
We're
are we
going to
going to
start
start?
in a minute.
This is where we need to
Get
start.
ready to cut it off.
The goal
Yeah, this is what I'm listening to today. Some
is to be
Grant
financial freedom. Okay, so we're
Cardone.
looking for the top of the food chain right here. I'm looking for the top of the food chain. The goal is financial freedom, okay? But then we need to work in increments. In this first part of this program, I want to talk to you
Hope
about how to
y'all
make
doing
$1,000
well
a day.
today.
I'm going to tell you what the $1,000 a day is for.
Oh,
When I was
well.
25,
Y'all,
26
this is
years
going to
old,
be
having a
something that
hard
I'm
time,
winging. It
didn't
ain't
have any
going to be
money,
nothing.
having trouble
I'm going
making
to
my
wing it,
payments.
you know,
I'm like, I
throughout
need to
the
think in little
live.
numbers.
But
Okay, I have this thing. I'm like, oh,
y'all
I'm a
probably
big
can't hear me
thinker.
because
I'm a
this
big
loud,
thinker.
right?
Oh my
Right.
God. You know, I'm going to be somebody
Okay.
one day. I've been saying that for 9 years. I needed to come down to planet Earth and deal with real things.
It's going to be
So
interesting,
I
y'all.
needed to get my big dreams,
Yes,
the
it
big
is.
goals,
I
down to
just
something I can
want,
do.
like I
See, I see
said,
a lot of people
loosen
talking
up.
about the big
You know what I mean?
ideas
Just be
and
me.
never getting
Ain't no
this
need to
done.
just
What always helps me is,
be
can I
somebody I'm
reduce
not.
this to something I can live with and actually achieve?
I wanted to throw
So
some
I
ideas
started
at
saying,
y'all.
hey, how could I make
Y'all think?
$1,000
And I wanted.
a day? At that time, I was
I'm
making about
finna turn
60
it off.
grand, 60 grand a year.
Hold up.
I'm making 60 grand a year. By the way, everybody around me was making 60 grand a year, so I was nobody special. So Mr. Special Boy, I was the only one who had a college education, making the same amount of money as 5 other people around me that did not have a college education. I was the only one that owed the federal government money for my college education. None of them did, okay? And they were making the same amount of money I was making. I'm like, I should be able to make more money than these guys. What's wrong? They didn't have big goals. I did, okay? 2 of them were skeptics. The other 4 had given up. And I'm the only one sitting there saying, dude, I want financial freedom. I want this thing my dad didn't quite get. So I need to think in little numbers. I need to think in numbers that I can achieve. Something like a newspaper. I'm going to be a newspaper delivery guy. And I take the newspaper. I knew how many newspapers I had. I knew how many I had to get out to get paid. I started mowing lawns. Oh, I got to mow this many lawns. I get this much money. And somewhere through high school and college, I
Hey,
forgot about something.
Connie.
Money is simple. You have it.
It's
I want it.
morning.
I gotta
Is it
make
morning?
contact.
Yeah, it's still morning. 10
Okay.
o'clock.
But you're not going to
What is
keep
that thing?
going out and talking to people if financial freedom's not your target, because it's too hard going out and talking to people. Rejection, being turned down, okay? Long days, long nights, no rewards. It's too hard, right? So I needed to get down to something simple. So I want to bring you to this first concept of $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day is $365,000 a year. A lot of money right there. Okay? You show me 365 grand right now, I'm like, but show me how to make that money. Right now, where I'm at today, this number would interest me. By the way, this would put you in the top 1% of earners in the world. Very exclusive group of people. Okay? Let me tell you this. It's an exclusive group of people.
Yeah, don't forget to hit that like button.
So I'm going to give you a couple steps that you need to take to do this. This $1,000 a day would change most people's life.
It helps with the
Let me show you what happens with the 365. 365, depending on what state you live in.
Y'all get notified when I go live.
Depending on what state you live in.
Or when I release the video.
You're going to walk away with about $140,000.
The more you hit the like button, the more you get notifications. The less you hit it, the more you won't get notifications.
This is not financial freedom.
But okay, we're finna start now.
Oh man, dude, 365, this is impossible.
So, what I wanted to do today was talk about unlocking your potential. Yes, because it's very important for us to get to the next level in our lives. Yes, it is. And in order to do that, we're going to have to fully be in tune to our powers, our superpowers, I say. Can y'all hear me? Of course you can. But anywho, so that's what we're gonna be talking about today. It's about mastering the matrix in your mind. Ooh, okay. Y'all with me winging this. Y'all be patient with me. I'm gonna do the best that I can. And once my momentum picks up, it's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be lovely. So, um, we're gonna first start off with a reading so I can get that momentum flowing. I always gotta do my trusted reading, right? Right. Which is always very interesting because guess what, y'all? I pre-did my information, right? That is so strange. What is going on with this thing? That's strange. Anywho, let's get into it, y'all. I want to just lie to last at least about I'll top of money to you. Okay, thank you. Let's get into it. Okay, when you know who you are, you can go inside your own mind and unlock all your potentials. But you got to know who you are. And that takes a lot of self-discipline to start the process of knowing who you are, because that's going to take you spending a lot of time with yourself and asking yourself a lot of questions. And that's going to start the process of trying to figure out where you need to begin with strengthening your knowledge of self. So let's continue. Okay. When you know who you are, you go inside your own mind and unlock all your potentials. You're doing this to unlock your inner world. And I told y'all, y'all inner world consists of your mind. The external world is when you go out into society and you interact with other people. That's the external world. So you're doing this to unlock your inner world, nothing else. This is the shit that you can't put a price on. Ideas that's going to help you be the best you can be to produce divine art. So if you are producing divine art, excuse me, that means it must have come from a divine being. Ooh, excuse me again. You are mastering the matrix in your own mind. When you realize that we're not one person, y'all listen to this. When you realize that we're not one person, that we're everything that ever was and everything that will be, you can decide to be whatever it is that you choose to be within this realm. And that's true. People think things are solid within this realm, but it's not. And once y'all understand exactly how everything is being constructed amongst this world, then y'all learned how to stress less and live more. Yes. Okay. You are not limited to just one character, and that's the thing. That's y'all know personality, persona, all that falls hand in hand with your mask, the face, the character that you will be wearing today to get shit done. Yes, because you can have many alter egos to cater to each event or each life experience that you have within that moment that you need to do that. So whatever you want to do, that's what you're supposed to be doing, because you are a God, and that's absolutely God is a title. You know how you say CEO or sister, brother, employer, those are just titles. When you say God, you telling somebody that you are the sole authority of your life when you call yourself a God. You are really tapping into your inner guidance, your own intuitive abilities to receive information that you need in order to progress further in your life, whatever it is. Why it seem like can y'all can hear me? Because I think if y'all yes we can hear you. Okay, it's a lag or something, ain't it? Because you answering questions like 5 minutes after I say it. Okay, so you are constructing the astral temple, meaning you're building a home within your mind. And see, this is the thing people get kind of thrown off about because they put so much emphasis on the physical world when actually it's the spiritual world that they need to be putting the emphasis on because that's how we are creating our life experiences based upon how well we know how can I say this properly use our spiritual world to produce things within the physical world. And I know a lot of times when I go into this topic, it can seem confusing because, like I said, people think things are solid. It's real. I'm gonna say that people think things are real within this world, but they're not. It's only real based upon agreement. Everybody is agreeing upon certain things within this world, meaning laws and school and taxes, and everybody agrees to it. And so when a collective of people stop agreeing to it, then that's when it is no longer going to be, you know, something that is taken seriously. So it's just like Santa Claus and Easter and stuff like that. When you're younger, you say, "Oh, this is real," but when you get older, you find out all that shit was, it was some bullshit. That's how it is. Once you really become aware of the matrix, then you're going to know that a lot of stuff you were told was a lie. But it takes a lot of research and a lot of inner searching, knowing yourself to really see it because you can look out within, the world and watch the news and, interact with certain people. And all that's going to do is keep you, like entrapped in that perception that everything is real. Moving on. But yeah, this stuff is it's an illusion. It's based upon agreement. And once people stop agreeing to this, then shit gonna fall. That's how it works. Agreement is holding this construct together, our world together. Only agreement. Focus. We can hear you. Hmm. What does that mean? Focus. Oh, you're talking about how I'm talking, right? Okay. Anywho, blah, 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 blah. It said you are constructing the astral temple, meaning you are building a home within your mind. Don't y'all find it so fascinating? Like when you talk about kings and queens and stuff like that, they talk about the throne, sitting on the throne and being high. And then when you talk about the mind and you talk about the temple, all of it be a play of words or whatever. And then it's like the astral temple. The astral temple would be your mind. That would be your kingdom, your mind. This is where everything comes from. Anything in life that you want, it automatically comes from your mind. So the more you know about yourself and how you construct your thoughts, how you analyze things within the external world and the internal world, the better you will be able to manifest whatever it is you want in your life. Okay, you're building a home within your mind, your dream homes. This is somewhere you can feel comfortable at wherever you dream, where you do your magical rituals. Magical rituals. And I told y'all a ritual ain't nothing, but it's a routine, something you do daily that's going to reap the results that you want within that moment in time. That's all a ritual is. So when you hear magic and ritual together, it's not nothing, satanic or nothing like that. It's just, shunned upon because people don't understand it. And wherever they don't understand, people fear. All right. So your astral temples is where you get instant results. This is why when you do talk about magic, they talk about spell books. Because all a spell book is only rituals that you've written down that gave you certain type of results that you can look in that book and say, well, when I was in, this situation in my life, okay, this is how I got the results that I want. So when you are, well, what I'm trying to say is I recommend, journaling. It's like now I'm trying to use my words wisely now, but I just said it like with a spell book. That's all a spell book is. It's just your magic. It's your magic. It's nobody else's magic but yours. So when you look in that book or journal, then you can look back on how you got those results because y'all know with us living within this fast-paced world, we become so distracted real fast. So that's why journaling and having some type of documentation to look back on to see how you got results or to see what it is that you need to do to to take your next move. It's very important to keep certain information so you can have it at your convenience. So once you realize everything is mental and you get out of your emotions, because we are emotional beings, but another thing when it comes to emotions, this is how a lot of people are getting bamboozled because they do not know how to control their emotions. See, and they know that. If you can play on somebody's emotion, meaning intelligence, then you got them because it's all about our upbringing, right? And however you have been programmed to believe things or how can I say this? However you've been programmed to believe things work within society and you allow yourself to be hmm, when you allow yourself to be manipulated, but they don't call it manipulated, they call it influence. When you allow yourself to be influenced based upon somebody else's opinion of you or based upon how somebody else was brought up, then you did that to yourself. But a lot of people think that other people are doing things to them when it's not other people. It's your program. However you've been brought up, however your parent taught you, or whatever it is that, whatever you've been taught, which is a program. And like I said, I think sometime this week we're gonna get into spelling, but it's the play of words, how people can use words to manipulate people because they don't understand the real word. Just like I told you, like with temple or anything, rituals and stuff like that, people get, real angry about people using certain words and saying certain things like I am God, and they don't really understand the meaning behind a person when they say I am God. Everybody is God because you creating your own reality based upon your own thoughts. So everybody is a God or a goddess. Point blank. They just don't understand it. And see, that's the thing about a lot of people. They are so close-minded, and that's how they get manipulated because they don't have the knowledge. They don't have the education. They only got the education that the public system give them. They don't have that esoteric knowledge. That's just been hidden knowledge. Or what I say, that Illuminati knowledge of what they don't have that. And all Illuminati mean illuminating. They know things that other people don't know. And that's how they are above majority of the people, because the people don't know that they don't know, because they think having degrees and having some type of education of that aspect, they know everything, but that's not true. It's a lot of stuff people don't know. But hey, that's why, we're gonna be talking about a lot of that, about how things have been inverted. It's been inverted, like it's been turned around for people to think it means one thing, but actually all it is that you are allowing something that's on your level, that's not even above you, be above you based upon your consciousness. But we're moving on. Once you realize everything is mental and get off of your emotions, you'll begin to experience how powerful you really are as a God. You're constantly surrounded in darkness and you gain light by doing rituals. Y'all heard that? Y'all know what y'all darkness is, right? Your darkness could be that evil side of you. Darkness is your thoughts, because until you speak it, write it, or until you express it amongst others, can't nobody know your darkness, which that has been misconstrued too when people talk about the dark side and stuff like that. Everybody got a dark side, because until you express yourself, nobody will understand your dark side. You have to express it and bring it to the light for people to understand what you are trying to convey to them about what you need, or who you are. Okay, so like I told you about rituals ain't nothing but routine. Just like I said this once before, y'all look at this word reality. It's a do-over. And if you pay attention to your life experiences, you will see that's all life is about. Do-overs. But it's how well you get to know yourself and you find out what it is that you need in order to make your reality, all your do-overs, worth your while, not nobody else's, whatever that is. However you got to do it to make your reality, meaning your do-overs, that circle. All it is a circle every day. And then how I be skipping y'all because I be getting so excited. Like the calendar, right? You have squares. If you look at a calendar, you got squares, right? And then if you look, I don't know if y'all studied like Masonic stuff, like Freemason stuff, they have like chessboards, calendars, right? So once you master the chessboard, you have mastered yourself. You have mastered your reality, right? Right. So that's why it's important that we learn how to master. Once you like what I do, I've learned how to master my week. Days one. Hey mama, how you doing? Oh wow. This is shocking. Okay. But like I was saying, once you master your week, you can continue to master the next week and the next week. And then before long, you'll know how to master your year. And you'll keep getting better at it over and over, because all it is do-overs, reality, over and over and over again. So once you get down pat your rituals, meaning slash your routines, meaning slash how you want to manifest your reality based upon what you are wanting to experience, because life is all about the experience. How did that make you feel? Was it a good feeling? Was it a good experience? Or was it a bad experience? If it's a bad experience, don't continue to do it anymore. Do something else. But that's all it's about, your rituals, your reality, your do-overs. And I can't express that enough because people don't understand it. All it is one day. But since they made the calendar and made you believe that we have all these different days, all it is one long ass day. One long ass day you keep reliving. But we got, okay, morning, night. So what you having that idea, when I look on the calendar, the day is Wednesday. No, it ain't. It's no day. But since you believe that the day is Wednesday or Monday, you say, I got a new day. No, it's just one day. All it is now. And what takes you to another level is your remembrance. See, there you go again, or that RE, remembering. That's what takes you to another day, or to the next moment. Your own self, your own thoughts are taking you to whatever moment. You can go back in the past right now, or you can go to your future, even though you haven't experienced it right now. That's all that exists now. Is now. It's your mind that takes you here and there. That's it. Moving on. Okay, so because the more you harden yourself, the more light you have your knowingness. That's what they call light. That's why they got illumination. Once you've been illuminated, once you've gained your light, then you become unfuckable with. Can't nobody fuck with you then. Because you know all you need to know about yourself. And even if somebody do try to come at you with something that they know or whatever, either it's going to enhance your mental thinking, or it's going to, downgrade you. And everybody want to upgrade. So if it's something that's downgrading you, get it away from you, because it's no good for you. So I told you it's all about you being able to look in your spell book or your journal and do what it is that you got to do to make your reality better. So, because we already wrote that. Because the more you harden yourself, the more light you have. And that's another thing that I want to say about that. People think that when you are, how can I say this? Mean or negative or a bitch or any of that, that it's something bad. But a lot of times when you be like that, you don't let nobody in your heart or your mind. So that's like, you got to know when to do it though. Like I said, I always remember you on that chessboard, the calendar. So whatever move you make, you got to know which direction to go. Do I harden my heart? Do I be nice? You got to know which moves to make. And only you know how to do it based upon what you know about yourself, based upon the people you trying to attract in your life, based upon whatever it is that you trying to experience. Because I told y'all, it's all about experience. That's it. If you go in anybody restaurant or company, how did we make you feel today? It's all about how we made you feel. Did we make you feel welcome? What can we do to make your experience more better? That's all. And you need to be thinking like that with your life. What can I do to make my life experience more comfortable, for me? What people do I need surrounding me in order to feel more better about my life, in order to feel good about what I'm doing in my life? Because a lot of people, they do not look at that. They think that they can just interact with anybody. Once you start tapping into your energy, you gonna feel it. You gonna know, I can't be around this person, because you gonna feel a certain way. But when you don't know energy, you gonna start feeling a certain way. You gonna start thinking a certain way, and you ain't gonna know why. But it's all because you can't be around certain types of people. But that's for you to understand for yourself. Because the more you harden yourself, the more okay, you have your knowingness, your power, your spells, your words. That's all spells or words. And they have been manipulating people due to them not understanding the etymology. And all the etymology is the root of the word. What a word first originated in. That's all the etymology is. So this stuff runs deep, y'all. It really do. And that's how we've getting bamboozled so bad. So spells your word to correct with based upon your knowledge, your Bible. That's all the spell book is. It's your Bible. Mama, you probably want to get out of here. Because I talk stuff that you probably don't want to hear. But yeah. It's your spell book, your journal, your Bibles is your daily instructions for you to go by, your laws, your whew, all it is your instructions on how to live your life. Your instructions. Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. Like I was saying, all it is, once you start getting in tune with yourself, getting in tune with your energy, all it is that you understand who you are. You confident in yourself. And can't nobody mess with that. Because that's all it's about. The more somebody can manipulate this, the more they control your body. The more they control your life experiences. Because you have been entrapped in here. Once they trap that, they don't need your body no more. That's why they freed the slaves. Because they was ignorant and illiterate and they didn't know no better. And so they entrapped their own self because they didn't know any better. How can somebody who don't know how to read and write become free? And that's how it is now within today's society. They still illiterate. They think because they know how to read and write, they free, but they don't know that certain words are being used above them because they don't know the etymology of the word. So that's how you entrap yourself. That's why you have to research for yourself. Because if you wait on somebody to give you the knowledge, you're gonna be waiting a long time. But I'm here now. But oh boy. All right. This about to get wrapped up, y'all. It was gonna be short because I went live on my other channel this morning, y'all. So yeah. So this is why, okay, no. But when you get into your practice, that's what they call, like with the doctors. Oh, I practice law. I practice, medicine. You practice witchcraft, and people like to stay away from that. All witchcraft is you know yourself very well, and when you know yourself, then you know others because we all human. We all feel based upon their level of consciousness, based upon your level of consciousness. That's how people are getting manipulated and they don't know it. But when you get into your practice, you have to trust within the self, yourself, the self, yourself, yourselves. Oh, excuse me. Because you get a feeling, you always get a feeling. That's your intuitive abilities coming out and you don't know what to call it. Excuse me. Again, y'all. Excuse me. Um, because when you start doing rituals, I keep putting the emphasis on rituals because that's what you do on a day-to-day basis. This is something that you do that's going to get you the results that you want. And that's another thing. A lot of people don't know what they want because they don't set goals. They don't set intentions. They don't focus on themselves. They focus on everybody else except for themselves. And so when you keep doing that, guess what? You're gonna keep reaping the results that you get. That's how it works. Until you start focusing on yourself more and become in tune with what it is that you want to experience in your life, it's gonna seem like life is happening life is happening to you, but it's happening for you. That's why each day you awaken, it's like your own game. You trying to the character is you. So if you playing this game and you trying to beat it, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis to beat the game? Meaning called your life. What are you doing? Because the more you know about the person, the personality or the character, the better you can beat the game. But what is the game? You ain't even set no rules for the game, meaning standards. And when I get up in the morning, I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna meet this person. I'm gonna make this such amount of money today. Nobody does that. That's called self-discipline. Yeah. And until you get that self-discipline and want to be more in tune with yourself, you're gonna keep having the same reality appear within your life. Because as I told you, it's all about it's do-overs over and over again. But we finna wrap this up in a minute, y'all. Okay. Okay. But when you get into your practice, you have to have trust within yourself. Because when you start doing rituals that you created, and that's always how it works, you create your own hell or heaven. You create your own hell or heaven. You have to know it is always working in your favor. That's why I said life is happening for you, not to you, because you created it. Even out of ignorance, you still create your life. Using other people's rituals or magic is only for the purpose of you get a better understanding of how you will critique things to fit what you discover about yourself while growing into your power. And I'm gonna read that again. Using other people's rituals, using other people's ideas, the way they view things, the way they do things, is only for the purpose of you, you know, gaining better knowledge of how you want to do things. But once you have your, can I say, spells in order, or once you have everything, once you understand what it is that you want to do with your life, then you ain't gonna have to need nobody else's spells or rituals, because you got your own. That's the only reason why you would have to look out into the external world, because you don't have your own power. You don't have your own magic. You don't have your own train of thought. So you need somebody else's right now. So real education is when you are self-taught. When you understand things based on the way you operate. You operate. Because when you understand things from the way you operate and the way your mind works, your mind. This is the spiritual world, y'all. You gotta get that. This, when you talk spiritual talk, this is it. That's it. And that's how your spiritual world is getting manipulated. Y'all think, oh no, we experience this, the spiritual world and then the afterlife. No, you getting it right now. Mm-hmm. And the more better you able to understand how it works now, the better able you'll be able to do it when you do cross over. Because however your mindset is now, you're gonna take it. That's how you be in limbo and all that other stuff, trapped in your own head because you trapped in your own mind. Because that's another video. We ain't gonna go there. Because it get deep, y'all. Yes, it does. Because you gotta get this in check. Because if you don't, it's gonna go horribly bad. Okay, we wrapping this up, y'all. Okay, when you understand life from the perspective that you live it, that's when life becomes spiritual and magical, because of how you base things on the way you think and know, and not what somebody else is trying to make you believe. And let me see, y'all. I was gonna say I got something else, but I don't. But that's it. I just want to say that about the spiritual world and y'all, harnessing your magic, your energy for the benefit of your reality. We got the world. We supposed to I can't talk. We supposed to utilize the world to experience things for us. We don't let the world tell us how to live. We go out there and experience things for ourselves. Long as you're not harming anybody, then you're not doing anything wrong. But once you start harming other people, that's when it's, you dive into another level of devils that you don't want in your life. But that's all for today, you guys. And don't know when I'll be going live again. But when I do, I will be notifying y'all. And so from now, y'all have a beautiful days. And Mr. Lady Z is signing out. Thank you, Mama, for coming. Give me more. We go.